One more problem that has to be faced inside databases is called the transactions. Transactions is a set of queries that cannot be separated from each others. Let's say, for instance, you want to extract information from a database, it's one query. But if we want to make a transfer between two bank accounts, we need to make 4 queries. And this transaction must be atomic. It has to be processed integrally or not. So it's called atomicity. The consistency of the database has to be proper at the beginning and the end of the transaction. Everything has to be consistent at any time. Isolation. If you have 2 different transfers inside the database, you cannot have communication between these 2 transactions. Otherwise, it should be inconsistent. And the fourth one is durability. When you have made an operation inside the database, it has to be permanent. We cannot make the information going back, or it is not a transaction. So this transaction is called ACID properties. So these properties guarantee that your database is behavioring in the proper way. But inside a distributed context for NoSQL, it's all the more complicated. Just because you have to deal with many servers, and transaction should say that you have negotiation between servers, and it's very long to deal with. So in the distributed context, you have the base properties. That's the main point that the distributed system has to take into account. So you have the first one, which is basically available. Any request must give an answer. That's the most important thing you want. The quality of service. So any request, an answer. You want an answer whatever happens. Soft state. This property says that at once the information inside the database will happen to an end. And the system should change over time, but at the end you will have the information you want. Eventually consistent says that with time, data can be consistent. It says that the information you get can be inconsistent, in the way that if you have information distributed in different servers, it should occur that the information is replicated in different servers. So the information you get can be different just because the information is synchronized by synchronous synchronization or asynchronous synchronization. So you can have different ways to make the consistency. So the information you get can be inconsistent. It does not say that at any time it is inconsistent. That it can be. That's different.